Okay, in my last video I showed you how to download movies for free. This is a different tutorial to figure out how to speed up your PC's overall efficiency. For some of you that do not know how to do this, should come in very handy so that you don't have to call out Geek Squad and your cable company if you use their internet, whatever it is, whatever plan you have signed up with them. This should save you quite a bit of money because it's quite unfair how much they charge when all you need to do is just a couple of things, because it's like $60 an hour to hire out Geek Squad. That's what I used to do before I knew how to work on computers. But basically the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get ready to start downloading a program which fixes registry errors. Registry errors are like when your computer freezes or it turns off and overheats. Sometimes programs stop, causing them to mess with the coding in the computer, and that's called a registry error. And when the computer is running, sometimes they come along those messed up codings, and it can be, quite frustrating because it will automatically just slow your computer twice as much, and it will just keep progressively getting worse. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to Google, type in CCleaner. This is the registry error program. First thing you're going to want to do is on the first link. It should be piriform.com. CCleaner. You're going to want to click that. This is a trial version. You may go ahead and download it if you want to pay for it, but this is just the trial version to see if you like it or not. Go ahead and click download, install the program, and it should pop up on your home screen. So another thing you're going to want to do is, to get ready, is go to computer, hold that window up, pull up CCleaner, and that is it for now. Another thing that some people do not know, if you'll notice, my current setting is a Windows 98 platform. I run on Vista, but since I do not like Windows 7, I prefer Vista. It runs a lot faster, and they still update it. And I do not like Windows 8. I just don't like the style. I don't like the tiles on the screen. When you run your computer on a Windows 98 platform, the CPU goes a lot slower, and your RAM runs more efficiently because it has less appearance to run on. When you change back to Windows 98, there's no more boxing fog around all of the icons when you click on them. There is no more blue fog in the box when you're dragging icons in large amounts over to one side of the screen. Everything's gray and blue, and it makes your computer run a whole lot faster. If you're gaming, watching movies, downloading, it's just overall good. And how you're going to want to do that is if you have Windows 98, if you have, not Windows 98, if you have Windows Vista, or no, Windows XP, Windows Vista, or Windows 7, or Windows 8, you're going to want to go to Control Panel. And from Control Panel, see, this is the classic view. Most of you don't see it like this. So one thing you're going to want to do is it's going to be stuck in classic form. This is the Control Panel home. This is the exact page it takes you to as soon as you pull it up. So you're going to want to go right here, after you've gone to Control Panel, to Classic View. There should be all these icons, and you're going to want to go right here to this little heart monitor looking icon that says Performance Information and Tools. Double click on that, wait for it to load. Oh, I have new hardware. That means I need to do an update. You're going to want to go to Visual Effects. Now this is going to be a permission. This is going to be a permission window to actually change it up. You're going to want to click Continue. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to Adjust for Best Performance. Typically, when you first get your computer, it's going to be adjusted for the best appearance, so it looks good and it looks like what you paid for. If you want to make it run faster, which I highly suggest you do as soon as you get it, so that you don't wear out your RAM and you'll have to buy more, is go to Adjust for Best Performance. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open CCleaner after you've adjusted that. You're going to want to go to Registry. Do not hit Cleaner, Tools, or Options. Do not click any of these buttons. Just go to Registry. Hit Scan for Issues, and it should take only a couple seconds. If you haven't done a registry error scan, it could take a good 10 minutes, and you're going to want to scan it more than once because it does not always pick up every registry error in one scan. So do it more than once. Do it 3 times for good measure. Once it says 100% complete, there's no window pop-up or anything. When it says 100% complete, that's it. You go to Fix Selected Issues. Do not back up the registry issues, because that doesn't solve the problem. It does not make your computer faster. Believe me, I tried that thinking it would be good, but it doesn't. And don't worry, this program does not delete any photos or other programs. It will not screw up your computer in any way, because it's meant to do the exact opposite by making it better. So you're going to want to hit No. Hit Fix All Selected Issues, and then bam, they're fixed. You scan it again, and so on. Okay, another thing that some people do not know that they should do is they should go to their computer, which can be located through the window when you hit the home screen key or down at the start, or as like I have it, a shortcut on the desktop. You're going to want to go to Computer. One thing that you can do is uninstall programs that you do not use anymore, because those can take up space, and sometimes they could run without you wanting them to. So after you're done doing that, you're going to want to go to right here on the OSC. That's what I have. This should be your hard drive. You're going to want to one-click on it, then right-click on it, and go down to Properties. This is your disk space. The blue is how much you've used. The pink is how much is free. Now, I don't have the best computer, so it still runs just fine. You're going to want to go to Disk Cleanup. This helps delete all the crap that is not necessary on your computer. Now, this is not a program. This is your actual computer. It's meant to do this. You're supposed to do this. And once you've finished doing that, it should have a calculating bar going through, and when you're done, it should have a small window popping up. Do not, and like I said, don't worry about it deleting anything that you don't want it to, because I promise you it won't. When you're gaming, the Windows, like I was saying, when you're gaming, the Windows 98 appearance runs everything a whole lot better, because it's having to run the game and run your normal computer with all the options of going to a new browser or something like that, which it still does that. But see, now the thing is, it's running a lot slower. It doesn't have to take so much time to focus on everything else and more of the game than the actual computer itself. Okay, so the window just popped up. Sometimes these little boxes will be unchecked, and you're going to want to go ahead and check all those to delete them. And sometimes programs that you've deleted aren't really fully deleted, so this disk cleanup is going to help a lot. If you're someone who puts in flash drives to your computer, or SD cards, or frequently pulls out other type of devices that go in and out of your computer, you're going to want to go to More Options. When you go to More Options, you go right down here to System Restore and Shadow Copies, because shadow copies are half the storage, or no, half the amount of data that the normal file is. It's basically a copy that gets put onto your computer, and this can help back up whenever you lose something. And that is, while that's true, you still could have empty copy files from years ago on your computer that you no longer need anymore, and they won't delete the actual file. It's just deleting the half-copied file. So I'm not going to do it because it takes forever. So I'm going to go back to Disk Cleanup. Once you've selected all the files, you hit OK, and you hit Delete Files. So it should go ahead and finish pretty fast. Doesn't take that long at all. Okay, when you're done, you want to go ahead and hit refresh, and you should have a little bit more of your space back. Another thing that you can do is frequently when you're deleting stuff and you know that you want to have it deleted, you go to your recycle bin and hit empty recycle bin. That's what you should do to permanently delete it. The very last thing is, or no, the second to last thing is your browser, because your browser can take up quite a bit. I highly recommend that you don't use Internet Explorer, but if you do, that's your thing. I'm not judging. So Google Chrome and Firefox have these things called plugins, as well as Internet Explorer, but they don't affect it as much because it's already slow enough. So if you're like me and you use Firefox, you're going to want to go to Tools, Web Developer, no, actually, go to Tools and go to Add-ons. These add-ons can be quite annoying. So you're going to want to delete all the ones that you know by your gut, or by, programs that you don't even use that are still attached to your browser that you don't want to use. So you're going to go ahead and disable those, and you'll have to restart your computer. And that should speed it up quite a bit. Another thing is that your battery's performance. Power saver is where the computer runs at its slowest, and it is just meant to save your battery's power if you're just watching a movie, listening to music, and you're not really using your computer all that much. You'd want to use power saver. Balanced is where you're using something that requires a little bit more power to run faster, so you're going to want to use balanced. That equals out the battery's life and your performance. And right under where my custom plan would be highest performance. That is, it drains your battery, but it runs at the highest performance. It runs as if it's being plugged in. You can go to My Custom Plan and customize how exactly you want it to be when it's plugged in, when it's not plugged in, when it's on a certain battery power, and it should speed it up. It should be comfortable to however you need it. But another thing I have to warn you about is when you go to high performance, it can hurt your RAM. It won't, depending on how much you use your computer, but I use mine a lot and I haven't had to replace my RAM in 4 years. But that's because I take very good care of my computer. But if you run it on high performance, it can drain your battery's life. And I don't mean like drain it all the way down, you can recharge it, it'll be all good. I mean like it can make it less efficient, it won't hold a charge, it takes longer to charge. It's not that great. So whenever you're desperate and you're not in the mood to wait, just go ahead and click on high performance, and that should help greatly. Alright guys, well that's it for me. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, or like my video. I hope this helps you guys out. If you don't understand, just go ahead and go back. If you have any questions, I'll be sure to answer them if you comment below in the crotch. Alright, peace.